Hello and welcome to episode 23, and for this session I've come down to my local pond and I'm just doing a day session here because night fishing is not allowed on this lake, so I've got down here nice and early so I could bag the swim that I wanted. It's only 5 o'clock in the morning already. Only just got here, all my gear's still on the barrow, so I'm going to unload that, get fishing, and then I'll show you spots I'm fishing, etc. Okay, let's go fishing. Right then guys, well, just going to quickly show you today's bait that I'm using for this session. I'm on the old Hinders Flaming Squids. The bag is bottom baits and the tub is pop-ups. I've got the bottom baits on the left hand rod and the pop-ups on the right hand rod. I'm not going to show you my rigs because I show you my rigs every session I do, and I'm pretty much fishing the same rig as I always do. The old inline lead shocker style, solid bag of PVA, and just filling that with the Hinders little gems. So yeah, that's me baiting approach today. As you just seen, I've just scattered out a load of 3B 10mm pellets as well that I'd left over from the session when I was fishing with Clark at Digger Lakes, and I'm going to scatter out some boilies in a minute as well, some loose feed, some of the old Flaming Squids boilies. Okay, right, see you later. And guys, as you can see, I've also got the new quarter cutter. Very good at cutting lots of boilies in halves at a very quick rate. I'm just going to catapult those out as well over me baited areas. Alright guys, just trying to quickly show you me marks that I'm fishing. Okay, as I said, my right hand rod is on a pop-up, and that is fishing just behind this overgrown tree stump here. So to cast out, what I've had to do is stand right at the end of my pod, sort of down here, so I can cast round the corner of this overgrown tree stump. As if you see that tree line, under that tree line, behind that tree stump, is a place where I know the carp hold out a lot. So that's why I've had to wade out in the water, cast around the corner of that overgrown tree stump. Because it is under the tree line, it's quite silty, quite leaf mulchy under there, so that's why I've gone for the pop-up on that rod. And then the rod you see me casting out is, don't know if you can make out in the distance there, sort of under that sort of diagonal growing tree there, but where's my point? That sort of there is a spring-fed stream that runs down off the hills sort of behind them trees, and that's always a good place to put a bait. It's where I've had quite a few fish from before in the past, because it's like a spring-fed stream down off the hills. It's sort of oxygen rich, and the carp do hang out there a lot for the fresh oxygen rich water. So that's my left hand rod on the bottom bait. Okie dokie, so I've got here nice and early. I was fishing by 6 o'clock in the morning. It's looking a good day for it. Rained all last night, but just as I was getting up this morning it stopped raining. Looks a nice sunny day. We've got blue skies, a slight breeze blowing from my left to my right. It's a sort of a warm breeze, so in theory I've got my baits at the right end of the lake. Let's just hope it produces. And guys, I'm just going to quickly show you around the rest of the lake. Well, I should say pond really, because it's not very big at all. I mean, when I've been up on my local pond before, when I say pond, it's a lake. You've always seen me on the bottom lake. There's actually 2 lakes to me, this local pond. I'm on the upper lake now, and it's not very big at all. But that's to the left of me. And missing round. There we go, we've got about half an acre tops here. As small as this lake is, there are some cracking fish in here. Not many, probably about 20 carp in this lake roughly. But sort of the 2 main carp which sort of everyone goes after in this lake is a mid-20 common, which is known as parrot mouth because it's got a funny shaped mouth. I've caught it once before, a couple of years ago at 23.11, which is still my personal best common. But I know it was caught recently by someone at around the mid-20 mark, 25, 26 pounds, so to get that again, that'd be nice. And the other notable fish that people go for is a sort of mid-double ghost carp, about 15 pounds. I've also caught it once before. But it's a very pretty fish. It's sort of 2-tone as well. So hopefully if I can get any of those fish, that would be nice to show you. But to be fair, any of the carp from this lake would be nice. There are a lot of commons in this top lake, whereas the bottom lake is mostly mirrors. Okay, hopefully I can get one out for you. Oh, it's something you don't see every day around this lake. People riding horses around the lake, and you get people walking their dogs, but not people riding horses. Still no fish yet. I've had a couple of line bites on both rods, but nothing yet. And probably about 5-10 minutes ago, right up against the island, about there, I mean my left hand bait is about there, about just there, a fish just jumped out, so might be worth just repositioning that left hand rod in a little while, see if I can get on them fish. It's about 11 o'clock now. Been fishing about 5 hours and nothing's happened yet apart from those line bleeps. So I'm going to wind my rods in a minute, put some fresh PVA bags on, just to refresh me sort of baited areas where my hook baits are sitting. So I mean, it's only, like I said earlier on, it's only a small lake, but it can be a tough lake. With only about 20 carp in here, they're not easy to get by any means. So it's just sort of every now and again recast with some fresh pellet or something in your PVA bags. Just try and get that sort of attraction back out there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. So hopefully that'll do the trick. Alright, catch you later. Just going to show you my PVA bag, guys. Right, there it is. All mostly Hinder's little gems. But I've done this time, just in the bottom layer, if you can make that out. I've got some of the old Flaming Squids multi-mix as well. So I didn't do that last time, but I put it in this time just to see if I can give off some instant attraction. And then obviously as the pellets break down, that's the longer lasting attraction. Alright, let's go and get it out. Alright, just recast both my rods out now. Both on slightly different areas. Left hand rod is pretty much bang on where I showed you where that fish rolled. And before I recast my left rod, I put a fresh hook link on. When I wound it in, I wasn't happy with how sharp the hook felt anymore, so I was taking it off and put a fresh hook link on, new hook. The right hand rod I've not cast so far under the tree canopy to my right anymore. I'm more sort of on the edge of the tree canopy rather than under the tree canopy now. Still a popper, but I've just come a bit out now. So, fingers crossed. There's slightly different areas and fresh pellets on the spot. Maybe that might do the trick. Time will tell. Alright guys, well, it's been another 5 hours since I recast me rods with fresh PVA bags on into different spots, and still not had nothing. So I'm just been looking to see if I can see signs of fish. Now I have seen signs of fish. I don't know if I can pick it up with the camera. They're not really shown at the moment, but they have been. I've just seen a couple of fish with their backs out the water, literally just down the margins. Literally just down here. But I'll show you where I am. So that's where I am. Me rods are through there. So I've come through a little gap. So that's the overgrown tree stump immediately to my right, that's in my way. So because those fish are showing literally down there, they're more or less impossible to cast to from where I am, even if I wade out as far as I can from my rod tips, because of this overgrown tree stump here, and because of this tree canopy above me head. It is practically impossible to. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's more fish showing out there. Is that small fish or big fish? I can see some swirling out there. I think that just might be smaller fish, like. So, yeah, I think with even all this sort of scum and everything on the lake, all the rubble, debris in the margins, where the fish are shown literally in the edges, I don't think you could cast even a PVA bag through that debris, even if I could cast to it from where I am. So I can see fish, they're just impossible to get to from where I am. In all this area around here, this is all a out of bounds area for fishing, so you can't get to it from there. Where I am, that is the last peg. And sort of where I've walked through is literally just where you can sort of literally just come and have a little gander to see if you can see fish. But I think I just see signs of fish again just down there. So, like I said, another 5 hours has passed, so I'm going to wind in my rods again, fresh PVA bags of pellet again, and then on my right hand rod I'm going to wade out as far as I can with my wellies and try and cast as close as I can down to the right here, past this tree stump. Try my best and see what happens. Showing a few signs of fish right out in the middle as well. So I first catapulted out a load of pellet from where I am. The catapult I've got is brand new, and because I wasn't used to how far it was firing, its range, etc., a lot of the pellet was dropping short down here before I actually got the pellet to where I wanted it over here. So I thought accidentally an area down here has been baited, and I've just started to see signs of fish there, so might even be worth putting a bait there. Alright then, let's give it a go. Right guys, that's me rods put out again for the second time today on different spots. So my right hand rod took 2 attempts. When I was showing you where the fish were showing along that sort of scummy margin line, that's where I was, up that little trail up there. I was standing up there when I was showing you the other side of that tree. So what I had to do, I had to wade out as far as I could, as far as my wellies would allow, and I had to do a little sort of sideways swing to get round that tree and land my rig behind it. Took 2 attempts. First one I put too far, I landed in all the debris on the bank, so I had to wind it in and redo a PVA bag again. And then the second time, I think I got quite lucky. I managed to plonk the rig right down on the borderline of that sort of scummy line where all the fish were showing. So, and even after I cast out and made that disturbance, there was still a fish showing there. And then, as I was saying before, where I accidentally baited up the middle of the lake with my new catapult, that's where I've put my left hand rod now. Oh, let's see if that can bring any results. Right guys, well, not long after I chucked out my rods for the second time in different places, right hand rod screamed off on the old flaming squids pop-up, where I was just showing you down the right hand line, that scummy line where I saw fish shown in the margins. Well, that's the rod that just went. Not a carp, but an absolutely awesome tench. Just weighed her, 6 pounds 1 ounces, which is a personal best tench for me. Absolutely made up with this. When I catch tench like this, I don't care if I don't catch carp. I absolutely love tench, and when it's a personal best tench, even better. Didn't put up much of a fight. I thought she would, because tench normally do. Came quite quick, but absolutely made up. Still saw them fish showing in the margins, cast a rod to it, within minutes, screamed off, personal best tench. 6 pound 1 ounces, Hinder's flaming squids, made up. Show you the other side. There we go. Absolutely beautiful tinker. As I said, what 6 pound 1 ounces, new personal best tench for me, made up. I'm very happy. Brilliant. Let's get her back. Right guys, well it's 10 to 9 in the evening now, and I've had no more action since I had that tench. So I'm still not complaining though. A PB tench is a very nice fish to have. I mean, I love my tench anyway as much as I do my carp. So to get a nice tench like that and a PB, I'm very happy. So Might have only had one fish in 15 hours of fishing, but I'm still going to call it a successful session because a PB. But I'm still fishing at the moment. Rods are still out, but I'm starting to pack down already. I've put all bits and pieces away now, so there's only really my rods now left to get in and my brolly to put down. But that's it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.